Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this beautiful crisp autumn morning for a fragrance review, and I gotta say I have not been this excited to review a fragrance on my channel in a long time. This has to be one of the most anticipated fragrance reviews, at least for me, in a while, because we all know this fragrance did very well on a recent video that I have done, and I'm very glad today to be finally sharing with you guys my thoughts on Boss Bottled Oud. So I know many of you are very interested to hear my thoughts on this fragrance that obviously did extremely well for me on my fall list for this year. This is a fragrance that I just very recently discovered and been pretty much head over heels in love with so far this autumn. Let's get into Boss Bottled Oud, one of my favorite fall fragrances ever. So guys, this has the dreaded O word, and that O word in the fragrance community is oud. Oud is definitely a love-or-hate, very polarizing fragrance note with a lot of folks, and myself, I'm not the biggest oud connoisseur out there. It is something I've been trying to work on, trying to get my nose on more oud so I can kind of develop and have a little more of a well-rounded palate. But guys, it is a work in progress, and I've been taking baby steps, and I can say this is a great entry-level oud designer fragrance that if you're looking to sort of get your feet wet in the world of oud, I think Boss Bottled Oud would be a great one to check out. So I'm actually going to start off this review with a little story that I have for you guys of what this fragrance kind of made me think of the first time that I ever tried it. So, right, I got this in the mail. I'm like, okay, super excited. Let's try Boss Bottled Oud. This is going to be awesome. And the first time I smelled it, I was actually so shocked and surprised of how similar it smelled actually to the original Boss Bottled right here. This smelled extremely similar, so much so that I was like, what, they're almost the exact same fragrance, what's the difference, right? And then the oud hit me, and from then on I was pretty much hooked on Boss Bottled Oud. So guys, what am I getting from this fragrance? Let's take a look at the main notes that I actually get from Boss Bottled Oud, and obviously first and foremost is going to be the oud. It is in the name and it is the dominant accord of this fragrance. I also get a lot of that nice crisp green refreshing apple along with cloves, dark spicy cloves, and a good hit of cinnamon as well. So how does this stack up to the original Boss Bottled and even the new Boss Bottled Intense? I think this blows both of those out of the water for me personally, because it just brings so much more depth to the table than the original Boss Bottled, and it amps up the spices in Boss Bottled Intense, and I think is just a better combination of the two. So guys, yeah, when you first spray Boss Bottled Oud, it will smell remarkably similar to the original. I think that is actually a really good feat that Hugo Boss accomplished by making a flanker that smells very similar to the original scent that it is being a flanker of. But give it a few minutes and then the oud really starts to take over. So this is not by any means a stinky, animalistic, super crazy, daring oud. Actually, this is a great, warm, rich, intoxicating type of oud smell. And it almost comes off slightly fruity, slightly chocolatey, and really the apple is what is the big main player up front, guys. This is a beautiful, crisp, green, juicy apple, especially that you get from the original, but this one even sparkles more and is even more of a nice, crisp green apple note. I find that so nice, and it also has a little bit of citruses in here as well. Yeah, guys, and then once that oud comes in, it pretty much takes over this fragrance for good. Also, I have cloves that I pick up in here with my nose. The cloves and the oud mix extremely well together. The cloves give this a very dark, spicy type of a scent, and the oud as well gives it a nice dark woodiness. This comes across actually quite natural for being a designer level oud. I think it is extremely well done. There is some cinnamon in here, there is some more dry woodsiness in here, and there is that oud gives it a slight smoky, fruity, almost like chocolatey type of a smell. It's very complex and extremely, like I said, well done for just being a designer, very affordable priced oud fragrance. And man, that Hugo Boss bottled DNA was just made to have oud in it, in my opinion. This just enhances the original so much. The one little issue I had with the original was it kind of smelled a little bit flat on my skin. It lacked a little bit of depth. It was nice, but it was just felt like something was missing. And Boss Bottled Oud pretty much answers all those questions that I had in the original, because this just amps up the spiciness, amps up the darkness, the masculinity in here as well. I know some people thought that the original Boss Bottled was a little bit unisex. This takes care of that issue 100%. This smells like a very confident man. It is definitely a little bit more on the mature side, at home on ages 20 and up. You can rock this into your 40s and 50s as well. Guys, other than that, I don't really get a whole lot else from the scent. This kind of reminds me obviously of fall, and it does remind me of what sort of autumn smells like, you know, outdoors. I do like being outside a lot. It really gives me that nice fresh woodsy type of a feel. The apples are very nice and realistic in here, and it has a certain damp quality that oud does, and the cloves give it a real sort of a nice warm cozy dark spiciness to this one. And yeah, whenever I smell it, I just think of being outside, maybe by like a campfire or something in the fall. It's just really, really great, guys. I think this works a little bit better towards the evening, nighttime, but then again, I have worn it plenty in the daytime, and it works just as well for that. And the performance with Boss Bottled Oud is kind of interesting. I feel like the longevity is always really solid. I mean, I'm talking 8 hours pretty easily, without a question. The projection is the thing that's a little bit interesting on my skin anyway. Some days it really projects hard. Like, I can smell it 4 or 5 hours, pushing pretty strong. Other days it is a little bit more closer to the skin, so this one seems kind of volatile in terms of its performance, but I would say overall it does perform better than average, and much better performance than the original Boss Bottled, and I would say maybe even a little bit better than Boss Bottled Intense as well, so that is always great. And with the versatility as well, guys, this definitely comes off obviously as a fantastic autumn fragrance, because yeah, this is one of my favorite fall fragrances. It made my #1 list. If you guys haven't already known, now you do. This one, I just love it for when, you know, I'm out here in the harvest or whatever, leaves are falling down on a cool crisp fall morning like it is right now. It's just fantastic. Summertime is a no-go because it's too strong for that, I think, but at the same time, the winter may not be able to hold up per se when it gets super, super cold out, so I'm going to do a little more testing about that. Anyhow, guys, this is extremely versatile. Just if you take a look in the scope of the world of fall, you know, if you take a look at all the occasions you may be doing this autumn, I think this can fit extremely well for any of those occasions. I've worn this into work, I've worn this definitely dressed up, and I've also worn this very, very casually, obviously hiking and doing all those types of things. So guys, this is, you can very much rock this to any occasion. I can very, very safely say that, and that is an awesome thing, you know, to create an oud fragrance that is at the same time extremely wearable. That is a pretty difficult feat to accomplish, and I think Hugo Boss nailed it on the head with this one. Boss Bottled Oud is head and shoulders my most complimented oud fragrance. Not even a question. The note of oud, which is like, you know, rotting wood, sort of Middle Eastern in origin, this is a note that is very polarizing, and a lot of people, I think, aren't going to like, because it's generally used in a very strong manner, and it's combined with other notes, usually with animalistic touches, that just makes it a little bit more of a daring fragrance note to sort of work with. But Boss Bottled Oud makes it extremely wearable and extremely likable. The first day I ever wore this, I got a really nice compliment within the first 10 minutes that I had it on, and from then on the compliments would just come in pretty consistently, guys. A lot of people noticed this one on me and thought that it smelled fantastic. This just gives me a little more of a confident feeling when I'm wearing it. Like I said, it does skew a little bit mature, which is what I like. You know, some days I like to be a little more reserved, and for those types of days I like to wear Boss Bottled Oud because I think it just fits that sort of vibe that I'm trying to put out. So Boss Bottled Oud, a very, very solid compliment getter. I was pretty surprised by this actually, and it's gotten me so many more compliments than any other Hugo Boss scent or flanker ever has. Wow, guys, I've had a ton of praises to sing to Boss Bottled Oud right here. This is a fantastic oud fragrance. If you are just looking to sort of get your feet wet in the oud game, check out Boss Bottled Oud. It's very, very affordable. So guys, let's give this fragrance a rating for me. The smell I really, really do enjoy. It's not one of my like absolute all-time favorite scents, but I think as far as ouds go, it's probably one of my favorite ouds that I've ever tried. And you know, it performs nicely, it gets compliments, and it is perfect for fall. So overall, I'm going to score this fragrance a extremely good 9 out of 10. I think that's a very accurate score for Boss Bottled Oud. 9 points is really good on my rating system. If you have the original but you felt it was missing a little bit something and looking for a little bit something more, don't be afraid, go check out Boss Bottled Oud. I think that you will really, really enjoy this one. So everybody, that's going to be it for this fragrance review. Let me know what you think about Boss Bottled Oud. Have you tried this fragrance? What are your thoughts and opinions on this scent? Let me know about those in the comment section down below. Let's get that conversation started. And as always, I'm going to see you guys in the next video sometime very, very soon. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. See you guys next time with another video. Have a great day.